the first edition of Dogus 30. My name is Morgan Bridgman, and today's episode will explore a range of topics affecting faculty, staff, and students at Alcorn State University, including why students chose Alcorn, being a Christian on campus, SGA, international students, healthy food options, and the Alcorn Writing Center. Stay tuned for those stories and more after the break.
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Because it makes you feel cool?
Because I'm different?
Do I touch a nerve?
Does making me feel bad make you feel good?
Why?
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 Bullying hurts. Bullying abuses. Bullying kills. Why would you bully me?
As an Olympic athlete, I prepare for everything. So when I became pregnant, I thought I was ready. But at 32 weeks, I was diagnosed with severe preeclampsia and had an emergency C-section. Looking back, had I known the warning signs, I would have talked to my doctor sooner. Too many women die of pregnancy-related complications, and most are preventable. If you or someone you know is pregnant or recently had a baby, learn the warning signs. It could help save her life. Hear her.
Welcome back to Dogus 30. For many freshmen and transfer students, the choice of college can always be hard. Dogus 30's Air Ms. McIntyre sat down with a few freshmen and transfer students to see just why they decided on Alcorn State University.
Trending topic in society today, and it's gaining a lot of attention more than it ever did in the past. Being one of the top HBCUs in the country, Alcorn State University has plenty of reasons why it should be the perfect candidate for freshmen and sophomores to attend. Alcorn State University was the first black land-grant college in the country. Alcorn's many resources and family-like atmosphere are unique reasons why freshmen and transfer choose Alcorn. Making friends at Alcorn is like walking down the street because it's friendly, non-violent, and an optimistic community. Speaking with some of the transfers and freshmen, I've obtained knowledge on what makes Alcorn so great.
I chose Alcorn for the band, and they got a good nursing program.
I wanted to be separate from my family since everybody went to a different school, and it felt more family-like.
Every time I visited out here, everybody was so friendly, and when the first time when I went on a campus tour, they just treat you like they know you. It's just like I was cousins or something.
I chose Alcorn because I love the band, I love the music program, I love what they have to offer, and I feel that, I came from a school that we didn't really do much, but when I looked at Alcorn bands, it's something that stuck out to me, so that's what it drew me here.
Alcorn State University has a total enrollment of nearly 4,000 full-time and part-time undergrad students this fall, with a gender distribution of 34% male and 66% female students. Because freshmen and transfers like Alcorn so much, figuring out when their first time hearing about Alcorn.
I heard about Alcorn from my band director. He's an Alcornite, and he's in the band. And we heard about them when we had to come there for homecoming. That was in like 2017.
I first heard about Alcorn at my junior year at a college fair.
I heard about Alcorn in 2015 when I was in high school. I was a freshman in Wilson County High School.
Honestly, I heard about Alcorn through YouTube because I watched, they pop on my own news feed and I watched their band and I just fell in love when I first heard it. I love Alcorn because of the history behind it and the people that came, the notable people that came out of Alcorn, and because when I was at my last school, I would always see lawyers and doctors and all of that like pop up on the Facebook page at Alcorn that came out and became successful and actually made a living and graduated.
Alcorn, I love Alcorn. I love Alcorn because it's the teachers, they really get to know you. They know your name, you're just not a student to them.
because it feels like home. It feels like it's the school for me. You know, it don't feel like I'm too far away from home, and everything is in close proximity. So if you don't have a vehicle, you be able to walk around and stuff, and it ain't right up on everything. So you gotta worry about a whole bunch of people coming on campus, and it's like a subculture, if that makes sense. It's like a subculture, because everybody that's out here, you gonna see or meet them at least one time before you graduate.
I like Alcorn because it's where I made most of my friends, and here you ain't gotta have no title. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. You just fit right in.
Alcorn will give you many memories that will last a lifetime and non-biological family members forever. To future high schoolers and middle schoolers, choose to be brave.
Many students at Alcorn deal with the struggle of keeping their faith first on a college campus. I sat down with a few students about their challenges of being Christians on campus. On any college campus, students are faced with many challenges and obstacles. It can be even harder for students who are Christians and are trying to uphold their Christian values. As I stand here at the historic Oakland Memorial Chapel, I decided to dive deeper into what it was like being a Christian here on campus. I first decided to sit down with senior pre-physical therapy major Reagan Smith to discuss her Christian journey over the last 4 years here at Alcorn.
Before coming to Alcorn, my Christian life was pretty strong because I was always in church. So, like, I always had a relationship with God, but I don't think it was as strong as it was before I got to Alcorn. An obstacle that I would say that has tested my faith would be just having faith, like, period. Just knowing that God will always provide for me, like, in areas where I felt like, oh, what's next, or am I going to have this, or is this going to be this, or, you know, like, I would just have to make sure, like, my faith level was up, like, in knowing that God is my provider, and that, like, I don't lack anything. I think it's important to surround myself with other Christians, because the more Christians I'm around, you know, the more Christian things that I would want to do. The more worldly people I'm around, then the more worldly things I want to do. Gospel choir has helped me by giving me by being away from home. I was in the choir at home too, and it's helped me like by giving me a place to come worship with other students, like other people like that's around my age, and just seeing them do different things. It's helped me like step outside of my box too, like instead of, you know, like just standing in the choir and just like doing a little, like it's helped me like move more into like getting to the worship more, or my worship more.
I also sat down with freshman biology major Kristen Summers about how she is coping with her Christian faith since being on a college campus for the first time.
I grew up in the church, so I really know about the church. I know about the Bible, and I always served in my church. So it's like I'm a Christian. I'm a full-blown Christian, but I'm still like on my journey with Christ. I first got to Alcorn, it really wasn't a priority because I had the freedom to do what I wanted to do as a Christian. But it was like I'm still getting convicted from God because I'm saved and I know right from wrong. The day that I joined gospel choir and we had our first gospel practice was like one of the worst days here because I had just failed my chemistry test and I was like, I just want to go home. I was just down, depressed. Then I came to gospel choir and everybody was just so positive. And like I felt the Holy Ghost up in here. Like I was so happy. I've never been that happy here. They just lifted my spirit. So I really thank God for having the gospel choir here because I feel happy when I'm singing.
There are many ways here on campus that students can still be in tune with their faith. For starters, there are multiple student-held Bible studies that happen on campus. Also, on Sundays, the Oakland Memorial Chapel holds services that students can attend. As far as religious orgs on campus go, the ASU Wesley Foundation, located right outside of the campus, helps students grow in their faith through teaching and fellowship. Another religious org is the ASU Gospel Choir. I sat down with Vice President Angel Atkins to learn more on the org.
The purpose of Gospel Choir is to give people an outlet as a college student to still be in tune with their faith. So it's pretty much a way to still be in church without having to actually have the church setting and still be around your peers and your friends. In the selections that we sing, we try to pick songs that actually touch based on what college students may be feeling. So it gives us a chance to really connect to each other. Join GC by going to any of our social media pages. It is GC_Alcorn State.
All in all, college can really test your faith no matter your classification or religion. Luckily, there are many options here at Alcorn to help build your faith when you need the help. Reporting for Doggett 30, this is Morgan Bridgman. After the break, we'll look into the life of the SGA president and what it's like being an international student at Alcorn.
If you think dangerous blood clots can't happen to you, think again. Up to 900,000 men, women, and children are affected by blood clots each year, and about 100,000 die from them. Blood clots don't discriminate. You or a loved one could be at risk right now. The good news is blood clots can be prevented. Knowing the risks and symptoms are key. Major risks for blood clots include a family or personal history of blood clots, a recent hospitalization or surgery, pregnancy and cancer and its treatments. Symptoms of a blood clot in the legs or arms can include pain, swelling, and skin that is warm to the touch, red or discolored. Symptoms of blood clots in the lungs include difficulty breathing, chest pain that worsens with a deep breath, or a cough, coughing up blood, and a faster than normal or irregular heartbeat. Speak with a doctor about your risk for blood clots and seek medical attention if you have any symptoms. On average, one person in the United States dies of a blood clot every 6 minutes. Don't let that be you or someone you know. Stop the clot. Spread the word. Learn more at stoptheclot.org/spread the word.
Welcome back to Doggett 30. The role of an SGA president comes with many responsibilities and little free time. Doggett 30's Alicia James spoke with SGA President Jaquarius Howard to bring us more of the story.
The role of an SGA president is very demanding. You have to have time management, leadership skills, and good communication. However, it most definitely can be done. Here is Jaquarius Howard on the role of an SGA president and exactly how he gets it done.
But before we get into the glitz and glam of being SGA president or the dull parts of being SGA president, we will first talk to the 64th SGA president of Alcorn State University, Mr. Jaquarius Howard, on why he chose this position. Listen as the president comes with more.
To be honest, this isn't something that I always thought that I wanted. It was actually not until toward the end of my junior year when I started to realize that I wanted to be SGA president. But it feels amazing, you know. I've always had a passion for standing up for people that I think can't really stand up for themselves, giving people a voice, and that's what I'm able to do.
Though standing up for people and giving them a voice is great, it is not the only role of an SGA president. Jaquarius will tell us more.
The role of SGA president, when you're the SGA president, you're the official liaison between the student body and the university administration. So your role as the SGA president is to always stand up for the students. So that includes making sure you stay connected with your student body, making sure that you understand all of their issues, what is the most important issue, and taking those issues to the president's office and working things out.
This position, just like any other, comes with pros and cons. Listen as Jaquarius breaks them down for us.
Some of the advantages of being SGA president, the office is really, really nice. The title is nice, but it's not all about that. It's not all about the accolades and, you know, the things that you get. But as I stated previously, I love to stand up for people, and being able to do that is what makes me love my office even more. Some of the disadvantages is, you know, having to be able to weigh out your regular student life and your student representative life.
Part of the advantage is a learning opportunity. Jaquarius is here with more on his.
Things that I have gained from this position, effective communication skills, listening skills, all types of leadership skills from going to conferences, sitting through meetings, things that I have learned is to always push for what you believe is right. You know, some people might not have the same vision as you, and that's where compromising comes in. You know, always push for what you think is right, no matter how many times you get denied.
In college, a social life is important. Just as you set aside time for academics, you have to set aside time for your family and your friends. But this position can make it demanding. In this position, it is not only hard to be a friend, but hard to be a student. However, Jaquarius makes it work time after time again, striving for excellence. Nonetheless, Jaquarius gave a perfect example on how he makes it work as SGA president and a friend to many.
I make a schedule for myself every day. So I might say between these times, I'm going to work on certain assignments for these classes. During this time, I'm going to go to the office for a few hours. And during this time, I'm going to enjoy myself. So in my enjoyment mode, I'm not SGA president and I'm not a student, but I try to enjoy myself so I can keep my mental health intact.
With his position thus far, Jaquarius has shown tenacity, resilience, strength, and balance. This has been Alicia James reporting for Dogus 30.
The Nigerian population has experienced a drastic decrease in enrollment since 2018. Dogus 30's Emmanuel Ufio has more of the story.
Alcorn State University has a large number of international students on campus. A majority of those students came from Nigeria in the fall of 2018. It's important to note that they all came on a full-ride academic scholarship. However, over the years, Alcorn has seen a decline in the number of international students, mostly Nigerians on campus. And the last time they admitted Nigerians was the 2018-2019 academic year. We would hear from a few students how they got to know about Alcorn, a HBCU in Mississippi, and what influenced their decision to attend the university.
I know about Alcorn I'm from Nigeria, and I attended a prep school, that teaches students how to prepare students to write the SAT exams, and that's when I got to know about Alcorn as a school, and I applied, and the reason why I chose Alcorn amongst the other schools that I had admission for was firstly because I had the best financial package from Alcorn, and also I liked the school spirits from my research, and I felt like Alcorn would be the best place to further my education.
I got to know about Alcorn State University through a program while I was in Abuja. It's called the Education USA program. I did my research with the help of the advisors and the people around. I was able to find out about Alcorn State University and the courses and the resources that they have. So I decided to take the chance to apply to Alcorn. And in particular, the reason why I was very much interested in Alcorn was because they gave me the best scholarship package. I have a full scholarship, a full ride here, and I always wanted to go to a HBCU, a school that had people who look like me, people that have a sense of the community. And Alcorn State University also gave me that best option, and I was very excited to take the opportunity to come here.
Having heard from two Nigerian students, one from Lagos, Nigeria, the other from Abuja, Nigeria, what it was like coming to Alcorn State University. Now let's hear from a Ghanaian student what his experience has been in Alcorn State University.
I got to know Alcorn through Joseph Micaiah Maxwellson. He just graduated last spring, and I think one thing that actually influenced my decision to come here is the scholarship package that Alcorn gives. I thought like upon all the scholarships I received from various schools, Alcorn scholarship package was a standout for me, and also I had the opportunity to speak to some professors from here, and from how our conversation went, I think the program really fits my interest, and I chose to be here. That's why I chose to be at Alcorn State, and I'm loving it.
I had the opportunity to speak to Jordan Williams, who is an American student from Meridian, Mississippi. He told us what it was like meeting Nigerians for the first time and the relationship and connection he has built with them over the years. He also went ahead in the interview to tell us what he thinks is the reason for the decline in the admission of Nigerian students on the campus of Alcorn State University.
So in 2018, I met two Nigerian students. One was named David Okul and the other Olamide Fatigue Day. I overheard them speaking and I heard their accents. And me personally, I had never met an African student before, or an African person personally in my life before. So I got to know them, and they introduced me to more Nigerian students, and pretty soon I was a part of the whole Nigerian community. And there were a lot. There were like maybe around 50, maybe even more. They were very intelligent students, very hardworking and driven students, and they were just all around just nice people. So maybe a year or two later, my friends informed me that there were no more Nigerian students being allowed into Alcorn State University. Initially, I thought maybe it was because of funds, that they couldn't allocate that type of scholarship to them. But as it turns out, they still had the scholarship available, but they weren't providing it for international students, particularly Nigerian students. So that was a problem, and I don't understand why they wouldn't do that, because these students are, they keep their grades up high. In order to keep this scholarship, I believe they have to have at least A letter grade. I don't know if they can drop to a B or not, but I know most of my students, most of my friends are 3.8, 3.7, things like that, have internships. Most of them have job offers right now. So it's really sad, because bringing more students in internationally, particularly Nigerians, as from what I've seen, that would really help the school academically.
Alcorn State University lured a lot of its international students with this lucrative academic scholarship. But for some reasons, the requirements changed and they weren't awarding as much scholarship as they used to, which deterred or which caused so many students not to come to Alcorn anymore. This has been Emmanuel Lufio reporting for Dogu Steady.
We will be back with more of Dogu 30 after the break.
Welcome home, buddy.
You and me, we were made for love. A lifetime is not long enough to show you what you mean to me. Ooh, I'll be waiting here for you when you come home to me.
I'll see you later, buddy. I'm sorry. I decided I shouldn't drive home last night. I stayed at Dave.
When you come home,
I'm back. I'm back.
To me.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back to Dogu 30. With Alcorn being located in a rural area, students are trying their best to maintain healthy eating habits. Dogu 30's Anisha Jackson dove into this story.
With Alcorn State University being located in the rural Mississippi area, there are limited resources and restaurants around, so students might find some challenges in maintaining a healthy diet.
Yes, it's hard eating healthy on campus because they don't have that many food options on campus, and also we're not able to cook anywhere on campus.
While most dorms are only provided with a microwave and refrigerator, students will have to get creative with the healthy meals or choose another eating option. From the outside looking in, one might assume that a college student's hardest struggle is balancing their social life with academics. However, attending a school that is 30 to 45 minutes away from the nearest restaurant or grocery store can be a struggle. At Alcorn, there are several eating options to choose from. Students can eat in the Clinton Bristow Dining Facility, the Student Union, or restaurants located right off campus.
I come from a family who has diabetes, high blood pressure, so that motivates me to keep my eating habits in order. I don't think so, because the CAF, even though there's limited health options, there are some to choose from.
Because there aren't many healthy choices provided on a daily basis, students automatically cling to those foods that are tasty. However, there are ways to make salads both tasty and healthy.
Buffalo chicken salad, I really do like it. On Chicken Wednesday, I take a fried chicken breast, break it up over a spinach salad, add veggies and ranch and buffalo sauce, and it's great.
My favorite healthy meal would be, for instance, like grilled chicken, asparagus, and rice. I monitor my calorie intake by looking at the nutrition facts on the back of like foods and stuff, or if I go to the caf, I'll look on the website and look at the nutrition facts.
How do you monitor your calorie intake?
I don't really have a specific system, but like I said, I try to keep my snacks to snack size and my meals to meal, size.
The type of meal plans, well, on campus, I really don't have any meal plans because of the food choices we have. But I try and, keep, fruits, vegetables, and stuff like that in my diet.
This has been Anisha Jackson reporting for Dogus 30.
Alcorn Student-Led Writing Center helps students with all of their writing needs. Dogus 30's Nicey Olenka Scott will bring us more of the story.
The Alcorn State University Writing Center has been around since 2003 under the direction of Dr. Maura Sugars. Today, we're going to be talking with the Assistant Director of the Writing Center, Seminder Scott, and undergraduate peer consultant on what to expect from a session at the Writing Center. This is Nicey Olenka Scott reporting for Dogus 30 AFCTV 13.
The Alcorn State University Writing Center is located at the J. Liebert Library beyond Starbucks. They offer services ranging from interpreting assignments to editing research papers. Ms. Scott, Assistant Director of the Writing Center, talked about why she would encourage students to come to the Writing Center.
The Writing Center is a great place for students to come to get assistance with their paper. If you're having trouble, or even if you're not having trouble with your assignment, you can come into the Writing Center to get a second pair of eyes to look at your paper and make sure that you have everything in place that the instructor is asking for in the instructions. Students can also come here to use the computers. They can come here to print, use our different resources. We have all kinds of books and different materials for students to use and peruse at their leisure. You can come in here to just study if you want a quiet place to do your homework or study any kind of assignment. You can do that in the Writing Center.
I spoke with Devon Melancon, an undergraduate peer consultant, on his tutoring process.
Well, first I introduce myself to the clients. I make them feel comfortable. Ask them a few things like their major, their name, age, just regular things. So then I'll ask them about their assignment, what the teacher wants them to do, if the teacher made any corrections. Basically, see where they are with their assignment. And once we've established that type of rapport, we'll walk through the assignment, see what they need to work on, see what's most important. Generally, it's going to be like bigger picture organization, structuring the paragraphs or the essay or whatever, what have you. But sometimes it can be grammar mechanics, because sometimes those things are more important because they can make it hard for the reader to understand. So once we get through the body of the paper and we basically do everything we can in that little 20 minutes after we've made that report, we'll close things up, wrap everything up, restate everything that we talked about, and then, send them on their merry way.
Chinedu Ufio, another peer consultant, shared what he would like people to know about the Writing Center that they don't already know.
I think one of the things I would love people to know about the center, which I think they don't know, is the fact that you can come in at any stage of the writing process into the Writing Center. I think some people think that they need to first have a paper before they can come into the Writing Center. That's and the fact that the Writing Center can help you for far more than just an English class. You can come into the Writing Center if you have a psychology class, a social work class. As long as it's something that you need work on while writing, we can help you in that regards. And you can come in at any stage. It can be at your brainstorming process where you have nothing on hand at all and you want help brainstorming, you want a guide, you want advice as to how you can start your paper. It can be when you actually already have your paper and you need the help as to editing the paper, as to correcting the paper. Or it can even be when you want to create an introduction. You can come in at any stage of the process, and I think people don't know that enough. And the fact that it doesn't need to be an English class, it is any class at all, as long as it involves writing, we can help you with that.
A reminder that the Alcorn State University Writing Center is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Thursday, and on Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This has been Nicey Olenka Scott reporting for Dogus 30 AFCTV 13.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dogus 30. We hope you have been enlightened and informed. We'll see you next week.